Good morning. I've slept a lot. I hardly don't sleep much. We're about to put on a new episode of Justice for Hire, which is the show that I'm always talking about on my streams. So check that out on TikTok or YouTube. And I've been up for a long time, for many days editing, and I am getting some yoga and meditation in my Sunday morning meditation routine. So I'm not going to talk much, but it's happening. I'm going to lay down because I want to do the laying yoga. Joseph's laying yoga. Reaching hands and heels, fingers and heels. So when you reach with the heels, it's similar to what Ben does for your to align the spine and sciatic nerve extension. To release on the sciatic nerve, so you reach with the heels and the fingertips. Fix my shirt. One leg down, the other one pull. Did I fall asleep on the couch with like my butt in the air, my face into in the ears?
I don't think I have videos.
You serious? Wow. I gotta see that. I woke up at like 5 a.m. I think I fell asleep around 1 something. I woke up around 5.
I fell asleep at like 1:45.
Really?
Yeah.
So I woke up at like 5. It was like 5:53 when I walked into the bedroom. Then I woke up and I was like, okay, I had left the computer on, obviously the Christmas tree on, and I was like, all right, let me transfer the episode from your hard drive to my hard drive, and then to my phone. So I did all of that while like half falling asleep, and I was thinking about posting it, but I was like, I didn't want to rev up my mind. I was like, let me see if I could just go back to sleep. And I think from right now, the pressure I feel in my shoulder is probably coming from. I didn't feel it when I woke up from the couch, but I assume it came from the couch.
I've been feeling pressure in my shoulders because there's too many pillows in the bed. And my head is higher than it should be.
Oh, that's why I move all the pillows from my head, and I only use one pillow on my head. I use mostly around my neck.
But it's like tough to get the right position of the one pillow because there's so many other pillows.
For the next group, scrap underneath your knee, behind your thigh, and lift up.
Meditating as we do this?
Huh?
Are we supposed to be meditating as we do this?
Well, right now we're talking, but we can
Oh.
definitely meditate afterward. I don't normally mix the meditation with the yoga.
Oh, okay.
But I was going to today. So that's what you intuited. That was my intention. But we're talking right now.
Just want to make
And when you lift up out of the hip and then pull back, please. And try to bring your forehead to the knee. And try to keep your other leg flat on the ground. One more time each side. Oh, time. Just checking the time. I think working like that when, you know, working for so many hours past exhaustion for so many days is, can't let the muscle memory settle into some bad postures.
Yeah.
So I think I want to make sure that I don't rest today with those bad postures. You know, I want to just realign my posture.
That's a good way to express that.
Even though, like, I was constantly, we could put our heels down, but I was constantly inhaled at the hip, constantly reestablishing my posture, good posture, but it was just like the fatigue would set in and then it would settle back to bad posture, you know? And really push through the heels trying to stand up. Keep the head looking up and flat so the neck goes against the ground flat. And exhale, come down one vertebra at a time from the top. So really thinking about the vertebrae that are touching the floor and rolling down one at a time from there. Until the tailbone goes down. You know what I'm thinking about? I've been thinking about this for the last couple of days. Remembering this moment. My first rap performance. I think I told you the story before. That I was performing at this hotel on like 33rd Street and it's like 30 something Street and like 6th Avenue. And it was for this like fundraiser for one of the guys. It was like a Rothschild fundraiser for like one of the guys from The Bachelor. And a good guy too, actually. Like his name escapes me right now, but really good guy. And I remember I started my performance, and I remember before I went on, this country music star that had been paralyzed. He'd been paralyzed because someone before one of his sets had given him an adjustment in his neck, like cracked his neck, and then and then he went like completely paralyzed for like a while, and couldn't for like years, I think. And I always thought about how cautious you should be with like letting people adjust your spine and etc. From that one conversation. And I think about how come down one bird at a time when you feel ready. Feel a little tight, so I gotta maybe adjust my shirt. But I was thinking about how the guy was hold on. Just watch your head and just moving this over. Well, I was thinking about how he was saying, like, when you perform, since it was my first performance, he's like, yeah, no matter what happens, you just push through it. You push through it no matter what happens. And then when we started the track, I was off on the track, on like the playback. I didn't have like the song was starting to sound bad, like within the first 2 to 3 seconds of the track, and I was aware that I was off, and that my hype man was also off, and I remember like looking at the guy and feeling a lack of confidence, and him looking at me with he was happy that I wasn't doing well, but he was like, keep going. And that, when I saw his face, I knew that face, I know the face of somebody who doesn't want you to succeed, but is encouraging you. And I've thought about that face. I've thought about that face from people that I know in my life that whether especially in Hollywood, and people that I would consider very smart, good people in our network that have given me that look before, and or have spoken to me, and I could feel their face through the voice on the phone, and I've just thought about that face, because it's a face that humans make, and I remember my response to that face in this moment for the rap performance was to stop the track. I said, stop, and he gave me this look and I stopped looking at him. He gave me a look what are you doing? And I spoke to the audience. And it was a real moment of recognizing the power of being yourself in front of people. And I spoke to the whole audience, and I said, I'm hey, the track is off. I'm off, the track is off. This is our first time doing it. And just being really transparent with everybody. I'm like, do you mind if we start it again? They're like, yeah. I'm like, you want us to do this again? They're like, yeah. And I was like, all right, let's do this again. Let's do this right. And then we did it right, and we literally shut the place down. And if you're watching, the song's called "Motivated by Truth," and it's everywhere. You can stream it. And it's on YouTube and all this stuff. So, but that was really, and the performance is on YouTube. That exact performance I'm talking about. But it was a really great moment, and the guy was really salty afterward. He was definitely upset that he has no bearing on anything that I was doing that night. He was just the star. He was the star performer. So.
Do you think that the face is more actual don't want you to succeed, or do you think it's I don't care about your success?
No, I think that jealousy is a very real thing, and that people invest time and energy into the downfall of others, and I believe I think that's just as real as people being very, very good and loving and wanting the best for the world and best for other people. I think all these things are very real, and you have to acknowledge that with great human potential, there's also great. There's great human potential for both good and evil.
I don't really know how to identify those people because there's like not a bone in my body that has ever like felt like it.
I get it.
You know?
I understand. My mom has been instrumental. I gotta do this again because I'm not doing it right. My mom has been instrumental in like she'll point out even to this day like people that she doesn't like that I know, and it's not so much that she doesn't like them because she doesn't like them. She doesn't like them because, she feels like they have ill intentions or that they'll. Like my mom's radar for that is pretty good, and I used to ignore it so much.
The goal is just to get the leg straighter, right?
No, the goal is to. I haven't felt this kind of tension here in a while. The goal is to grab. I thought I was doing that. Joseph said, "Don't." He said, "This is the plow, and the plow is a precursor to another move. So to let the knees flay, meaning the knees fall to the side, and you hold the instep. So you're gonna grab on the inside of your foot, to the arch of your foot, inside, in the center of each foot. Yep, you're gonna grab on the inside, and then you're gonna soften your knees so that they fall outward. Exactly, because the intention is to be able to next get your knees behind your shoulders. Yeah, but I thought about that face because I thought about the voice associated with that face. A facial expression has like a person's feeling has a facial expression, and it has a sound, and it has a color. It has an auric color. Like there's all of that stuff is real. And I was thinking about reaching out to somebody who I really respect. I really respect a lot of like what they've done and what we could do together for like JFH and Real World. But I was reminded of that sound, that guy's face from that performance, and like connecting the dots between the senses. The different people I've experienced in my life that have that vibration. That face, that sound, that vibration, that color, that psychic color that I will see or feel.
Which color is it?
It's a brown. It's a brownish color, and they've been talking about that in Thought Power from Swami Shivananda. That the color of jealousy and envy, jealousy or envy is brown.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what I would have thought? I would have thought like green or purple.
Purple is considered a high vibrational color. Purple, pink. Yellow is considered cowardly. Even though golden yellow is considered like two different types of yellows. Like golden is considered very bright, light.
So the knees are supposed to touch the floor behind the ears.
That is an advanced version that is. I forgot the name of the what the plow leads to, but if you ever see the people who are very open in their lower back and they'll wrap their knees behind their shoulders and behind their heads, their legs behind their heads, like that's what the goal of this posture is to work up to. Yeah, I have not felt this sore in my lower back at all, or my back, in like a long time. Definitely pushed it really hard. Pushed it hard with editing, so you guys better watch this episode when it comes out. Please watch it. You better watch it. Please watch it. So again, it's on Justice for Hire on TikTok, so check that. Or YouTube or Instagram, but we'll put it everywhere. Okay, I gotta turn over and do the other side thing. second, the belly button, and forehead to tailbone. And the belly button goes back and then up into the sternum toward the heart. And then you arch the back, looking up, and tailbone up. And when you look up, you do your best to soften, not use the neck, but use the eyes. Imaginary strings lifting the eyes, connected to the breath, and lifting the collarbone. So you don't want to use the back, flex the back of the neck to achieve the arch. Yeah, I think falling asleep on the couch may have been a really bad thing to do.
You're in a crouched position. Very crouched.
I did feel it when I woke up. I think I was just so tired. I felt amazing sleeping. I felt completely relaxed sleeping.
I've been having some gum soreness in 2 spots flossing, and I didn't have it before I went to the dentist.
That's exactly what happened to me.
And I'm kind of freaking out.
What they do? They give you a cleaning, right?
Yeah. But really rough.
Oh, you shouldn't freak out. It's probably just soreness that needs to heal.
Yeah, but it's still scary.
I would call them and just let them know. Because that's a good note for them. Even though I feel like a lot of these institutions don't necessarily take the notes, you still should give them to them.
I'm so hungry.
Can't believe you spoke of these pancakes. Hey, you know where I'd really like to go?
Where?
I do want to go back to Quentin Tarantino's theater.
Where's that?
The one we went to last Christmas? We went on Christmas
To watch the musical stuff?
to watch the Marx Brothers.
Oh. What do you want to see there?
I don't know. What's it called? The New Legend or something like that?
That's near Larchmont, right?
No. Maybe. I don't think so. It's closer to the Grove.
Oh. I thought that was nice.
This?
The exercises.
Oh, you're not going to do more of it?
I'm feeling dizzy because I'm so hungry.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah.
But what are you going to eat?
I don't know.
Is it going to be fun?
Maybe.
Yeah, have some?
What's the next exercise?
The next exercise? I think there's 2 more of these. 1 more set of this. And then it's going to be the standing, Joseph standing. You can go right to it. You want to do standing?
Yeah, I'll do a couple standing.
Okay. And do all 3.
All 3?
Yeah. We were supposed to go to a party last night for our Kung Fu school, but we did not because we were editing Justice for Hire. Could you slide over just a little so I can get the light? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. And where you suck the belly button in, collarbone, and interlace your thumbs. feet underneath your sit and parallel. So make sure you look down at your toes. It was really interesting. After I had the car accident, what the chiropractor said, he said that the injury would, he said don't be alarmed if the injury moves around, like the sensations of the pain like shifts from one area to another. I definitely feel that. I'm like, want to understand more about not just sensation, but like how pressure from one area moves to another area, you know, and then redirecting that or dissipating it. I feel like this is always the most corrective exercise. You know, one thing I think about a lot in recent week or so is the difference between internally warming and externally warming the body.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times, especially in like Chinese martial arts, they talk about like the internal arts and the external arts, and like Kung Fu would be considered an external art, and Tai Chi, you know, a bunch of other like internal styles would be considered internal. And you know, and I wouldn't fully agree with. I think by comparison, you could say Kung Fu could be external, but I think that modalities outside the culture can be like way more external than Kung Fu. But I remember the Shaolin monk I would train with. He would say, he's like, you know, both the same. He's like, there's no internal or external. It's like it's all the same. And you know, I when I do yoga versus like Tai Chi first, and when I do Tai Chi form versus a Qigong exercise first, I see that there's way more layers to that conversation of internal or external, in my experience, because when the yoga to me feels like I'm moving cold, but what feels internal about the yoga is how finely detailed sucking in the belly button so that the belly button pulls, imaginary string pulling the belly button to the spine. Like that's a very specific internal visual concept. And then lifting the collarbone and then holding just those 2 points and then adjusting the fingers. But I feel like with all that, there's still the lack of the elixir, like the color visualization and the breath, which comes from the Qigong and Tai Chi stuff, Neigong that would do. And so I find that if I don't start with the connecting the breath to the body and doing those movements, and not to say I can't achieve something comparable with yoga, but if I don't do the Qigong first, I don't feel like I'm internally warming the body, And that internal warmth is almost like oil for my joints and for my mind. Like everything just moves more effectively if I connect the breath and the visualization first. And then if you compare that to something like running, or just doing a workout right in the morning, that's even less connected internally, So therefore, so my muscles might be activated in an awesome way, and I may have the endorphins from that, but I don't have the internal, my mind hasn't gone through the body in the detailed way to give me a greater sense of control and understanding. And then I think about going to the chiropractor and how they would put you on a bed, a warm bed, and it would vibrate, and that was their attempt to warm your muscles before, to warm the muscles around the spine before cracking you up and stuff like that. And how, I'd be training, doing yoga and Tai Chi, right by that table before they put me on it. Because I was like, this doesn't make too much sense. If I have access to the other information, I'm saying. Do you feel a difference for yourself?
Me?
And when you wake up in the morning, the difference between, let's say, Qigong or Tai Chi, uplifting heaven as Qigong or Tai Chi and yoga versus a morning walk, even.
I would say the walk gets me more connected to my breath, and it connects my mind, body, breath with more ease and more creativity. But I think that there's potentially more focus. I feel more focused with the times I'm doing Tai Chi, and I think yoga, I end up feeling more creative in my body. More creativity in my body.
You could be more expressive with your body because you have more connection to it?
Yeah. To me, the Tai Chi, at least the way that I've experienced it, it feels way more detailed. It might just be because because you're so detailed. Yeah, and it's probably because of how I talk about it. And the amount of focus it takes me to do Tai Chi with you, is an incredible amount of focus. So that the mental power that it takes that I have to expend is immense.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh, that's really interesting. The mental power.
And so sometimes it can feel overwhelming and daunting.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
But it's also very gratifying. I think the application of it is more gratifying because I feel like it reaches farther.
Yeah, I think I've said Keith never talked to me the way I talk with Tai Chi. My Sifu, my family's Tai Chi master. None of the Tai Chi masters ever. Actually, Max's dad, Grandmaster William C.C. Chen, he would talk a lot during his form class, And I always found, it took me many years to do his form in a more connected way for myself, because I was always thinking more for his form, and I was thinking more because not only because of him talking about what to think and what to feel at certain moments, but also because of the strategy. The Josh coached the U.S. push hands team, and Dan with so much strategy.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't Tai Chi like let's simply think about flowing and feeling good. It was all the strategy involved, the important and necessary strategy involved. So my form from William Chen is full of that strategy. But with Keith's form, it was always like soft and smoother. But he would say less, and it would mean a lot. You know what I mean by that is that you know, if he said to do something, my mentality is like, you do it and you keep doing it. So when I speak during these classes, it's because I want to make sure that people, in my experience, people don't receive information like that in our culture. Like the way I was receiving the information was very, very influenced from my upbringing around like Chinese martial arts and you know, Indian masters really focused on achieving a higher state of consciousness. So there was like a different type of motivation and a different fire fueling, a different fuel being fed to my fire, you know? So I don't feel like that fuel is as readily discussed in our culture or readily recognized. I think that it is now more than ever. So that's part of the reason I talk so much. It's because I want to make sure that the things that I found to be helpful in these exercises are the things that people would consider. And so that they don't have to spend too much time finding it for themselves, that they can just have a roadmap of like, hey, focus on this color, push this color through your arms. Here's what the experience can feel like, and you might experience something different, which is okay also.
Yeah, I think that I think a lot of times most instructors that I've had, it's like you don't know if you're doing something right, and because like you might not be able to see yourself, you're not able to like give yourself an analysis. And I feel like because you have so much detail, I don't have to, that's not a worry that I have, you know, as I'm doing it. Whereas like when I'm in other classes that I've been in, like that's a concern, and it's like, am I wasting all this time like doing it
I see what you're saying.
wrong, you know, potentially?
This one exercise is correcting that challenge I woke up with right now. So nice. Arching the back. Inhale and lifting the collarbone. Down. Inhale up. Exhale, weight on the heels. Going down. One. Inhale up. Lifting up. Arms flayed out. Exhale, arch the back. Pelvis rotates on the femur. Fold the arms to hang. Shift the weight to the balls of feet. Drop the head.
Yeah, I really feel like I stood up last night beyond the point of good decision making.
Definitely not the right idea to fall asleep on the couch. that angle. Again, sucking the belly button. Feet parallel into the sit bones halfway through. Find your sit bones by cutting your hips in half and then cutting that in half. Each side directly down, that's where your heel should be. The center where the pelvis meets the femur here, align the heels to that. Make sure the feet are parallel. Same stance. Contract all the abs. Imaginary strength pulls the belly button through, touching the spine. Once you get that, it's 2 strings, lift the collarbone. Belly button, collarbone, then interlace your thumbs. Fingertips go up. Reestablish belly button, collarbone, fingertips, and then arch the lower back, exhaling down, arching the lower back. Suck the belly button, get the collarbone, fingertips, maintain the arch, and then see the muscles lifting out of the arch, out of the hip line. Lower back muscles lifting up, 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 out of the arch. And hold, belly button sucks in, collarbone up, fingertips up. Then middle back lifting out of the lower back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Then upper back, lifting out of the middle back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. And then shoulders lifting out of the upper back. Cover your ears, belly button, collarbone, fingertips, and look up. Make sure the hands are above the eyebrows. Interlace your fingers. Come down. Inhaling up. Lift the chest and collarbone. Exhale. Pelvis rotates on the femur. Weight shifts to the heel. Inhaling up. Lift. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Lift. Exhale. Hey Autumn, can you come over here for a second and just hold me in this posture real quick?
Yeah.
So we're going to show you how a partner can help you with this posture. Be really great. So you can come right in front of me and put your hands through under my, yeah, exactly, over my neck, and then lift me up with your chest. Up, going up. And then lift my arms up, so inflate your arms up. Yep, even more. Inflate your triceps, even more. Great. Then let go. Thank you. So that helps you open the rib cage. Thank you, Ed.
Shift the weight to the balls of the feet. Hold the arms and hang, drop the head. Exhaling, melting down. Inhale. Imaginary strings lift you from tailbone up. Release, shift the weight back to the heels, sucking the belly button one vertebra at a time. Slowly inhale to come up.
We're going to do one more standing exercise. What is it? Still want to get some meditation in it. I really find this set to be the most corrective. These exercises always snap my posture back into it, like just resets so beautifully. Interlace. This.
I agree.
Feet under sit bones again. Be super cautious with this one as well. Some people can go far back. I got a hernia back like when I was in college doing this, so like I had to get a whole operation. This whole thing. That was my fault because I like had done a lot of Muay Thai, got very sore, and I stretched the soreness and it ripped. So all I'm getting at is be very cautious here for yourself. And if you ever find soreness in the groin, a lot of soreness in the groin, don't stretch past it. Just work your way gently to stretch that. So. Belly button. Weight on the heel. Belly button sucks in through imaginary string, pulling it through the tailbone. All the abdominal muscles contracting as if they're flushing down into the belly button. And then the string pulls the belly button through the spine. Collarbone lifts up. Two strings lift on the collarbone. Just the collarbone. Leave the rest of the ribs behind. And the fingertips going up. Reestablish again, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. And then lower back, all the muscles lifting out of the hips. Up, up, up. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Middle back, all the button, belly muscles lifting out of the lower back. Hold, belly button. Collarbone, fingertips. Upper back, lifting out of the middle back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Shoulders lifting out of the upper back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. And look up. Then shift the weight forward. Use the abs to control. And then tuck in the belly button. Lift the lower back up out of the hips. Then lift the chest to the ceiling, sky. Fingertips behind you, going forward. Hold. Middle back lifting out lower back. Chest reach to the ceiling. Fingers back, hips forward. Weight on the toes. Hold. And then chest up, or upper back. Left side of the middle back. Belly button up. Chest up, collarbone up, fingertips back, hold. Remember, use your abs and the buttocks to help control. And then shoulders lifting out of the upper back, chest up, fingers back, weight on toes. Belly button sucks in again, collarbone, fingertips up, reestablish posture. Exhale. Maintain the lift while the hands drop and exhale even deeper. Chin to collarbone, exhale, soften the chest, collapsing one vertebrae at a time. You go down slowly.
Keep checking in with yourself and softening.
Once you get all the way down, keep the knees straight as much as possible. Tuck the belly button in when the vertebrae at a time come up.
One more time. So now I'm starting to feel the heat in my hands, and when I do Tai Chi and Qigong, the heat comes instantly, almost instantly, because I've done it enough to know how to open the valves internally, what adjustments I need to make, which a lot of times has to do with just softening. Like immediately I'll feel the washing of the circulation, the energy, and you know, some people might call it chi, some people might call it something else. The reality is that I can feel the instant change of circulation, and that's not to say that I can always feel it. That in times in my life where I haven't done enough Tai Chi or Qigong, my energy, my ability to feel the circulation and to generate the circulation lowers, and so I'll like struggle here to feel anything outside of like the, you know, what a person might feel, a person who's not trained might feel in like stretching the, you know, in this way. But now, you know, I feel the circulation. But I'm starting to feel, in yoga it takes me a little bit longer to warm up and to get the circulation going in these exercises. So, and again, the yoga doesn't have the same type of, from the Wu style Tai Chi as I've been taught, the same type of like hose-like focus where you inhale and you focus pushing the color of the breath through certain parts of the body. In my experience, yoga doesn't have that same, the yoga I've done does not have that same intention. Not to say that you couldn't do it in your yoga, but it's not intended for that in this way. So, again, feet under the sit bones. I've switched my fingers too. So my fingers were like this before, now I switch and I do the other way. And I always recommend that. If you interlace your thumbs like this on the previous exercises, switch to the next one. Just to help train the brain to be able to be ambidextrous to a certain extent. Belly button sucks in. Imagine a string lifter from the top of the head, just like in our Tai Chi. Everything melts down, relaxation, through each vertebra, all the way down to the tailbone, through the hips, through the knees, into the heels. And then once you feel that relaxation, then suck in the belly button. Imagine a string pulls the belly button through the spine, straight back. You can activate that string with just visualization and willpower, or you can use your breath, inhaling, pulling in, or exhaling, pulling in. Collarbone lifts up, 2 strings, inhaling, or just willpower, you don't need to connect breath to it necessarily. And then fingertips.
Just worried about the smell, Jen.
Okay. And then sucking the belly button again. Oh, you may want to open the door. What about smoke? Belly button sucks in, collarbone again, fingertips again. To reestablish. So once you get it, you reestablish it.
And that's something that we do in Tai Chi all the time too. You're constantly checking in with your posture. So here it's more overt. So like the belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Once you establish it, you relax and then you reestablish it. Belly button, collarbone, fingertips. And then you start doing a move, lifting the lower back out of the hip line. All the muscles lifting up, visualize them going up. Fish for as little as it takes, as my teacher Joseph Penna would say. Minimal effort to maximize the results. The muscles lifting out of the lower back. Up, hold. Belly button tucks in. Collarbone lifts up. Fingertips up. And then the middle back lifting out of the lower back. And hold. Belly button sucks in. Collarbone lifts up. Fingertips up. Still holding. The upper back. Shoulder blades disappearing. Going up. Lifting out of the middle back. Belly button sucked in. Collarbone lifts up. Fingertips up. Try to keep your fingers interlaced properly. I have to recheck for myself. And then shoulders coming out of the upper back. Covering the ears. Belly button. Collarbone. Fingertips. And then look up. Shift weight forward. Use the abs to control. And then the lower back lifts. Buttocks activate as well. Lower back lifts out of the hip line. Sucking the belly button. Collarbone to the chest to the ceiling. Fingers back, hips forward, weight on the toes. Just slightly. And then the upper back. Be very careful with this one. The middle back, lifting out the lower back. Hold, belly button, chest up, fingers back, hips forward. Hold, upper back, lifting out the middle back. Belly button, chest to the ceiling, fingers back, hold. Shoulders lifting out of the upper back. Belly button, chest to the ceiling, fingers back, hips forward, weight on the toes, hold. And break this up. So, belly button lifts up, collarbone, fingertips. And maintain the posture, exhale with the hands only. Drop the chin. Chest collapses, vertebrae, softening one vertebrae at a time, going down.
Go down as slowly as you can.
Oh my gosh. Pancakes. That looks amazing. Are there wafers in there?
No.
Okay.
I didn't want to dive into that right now.
I was like, did you go that far? Thank you, it looks amazing.
like I said, I woke up with like some locked pain in my like upper neck and shoulder, base of my neck and my shoulder. And these exercises just now have worked out all that compression from whatever. Again, I've been editing for Justice for Hire, our show that we're about to put out the new episode today. It's supposed to come out yesterday. So that's our martial arts show that's on TikTok and Instagram, etc. Anyone can join the cast. We have a global cast from around the world of people in the show, and it's really fun. So it's like Uber for heroes. You can hire a hero or become one and get paid. But we've been working on the new episode, and it's been so challenging to get that out. So to get that done. So we're gonna put it out right after this stream, right after we eat these pancakes that Autumn has put together. So we're gonna finish up here. But I mentioned that because my posture, working through exhaustion can get you into certain postural states that where it can settle in, like a bad posture can settle in. So this routine is always helpful at correcting my posture, and so I can bring that better posture into my Tai Chi. And I can bring the extensions. A lot of the extensions, if you hear me talk about reaching through the curve, happens in all the Tai Chi forms that I do. But yoga helps me immensely with the concept. And when I say reaching to the curve right now, I just widen my stance, weight on the heel, suck the belly button in, collarbone lifts up, fingertips up. So right now I'm still feeling some little adjustments that I need to make in the middle of my back vertebrae, middle back, base of the upper back. So I'm gonna make them here as much as possible. I'm gonna reach through these little curves in my spine, extending. So I'm gonna extend without trying to straighten. So rather than straightening, certain times you do want to straighten, like for example my legs are locked, weight on the heels. Knees are locked. Select the belly button, collarbone, fingertips. So I'm not trying to flex my arms to a lock here. I'm trying to keep a natural curve. Sucking the belly button, collarbone, fingertips, going up without too hard of an extension. And then middle back lifts up, belly button, collarbone, fingertips reestablish. Middle back. So lower back, middle back. And then upper back, shoulders lifting out. Oh, shoulder blades lifting out of the middle back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. And then shoulders lifting up, covering your ears. Belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Shift to the side. And lengthen the side you're bending towards. So I'm lengthening my right side. The side I'm bending toward. Belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Belly button, fingertips. And then switch. Come to the other side. Sucking belly button. Collarbone, fingertips reestablish. Side. Belly button. Collarbone, fingertips, side. And emphasize lengthening the side you're bending toward. Okay, we're going to do one more time each side. This time we're going to do a side bend and flatten the body, make it parallel to the ground. Belly button, collarbone, fingertips up. Side, side, side. Lengthen the side and look toward. Look up, up, and exhale. Hips flat, collarbone up, weight back in the heels. Look down, and then the hip comes forward and up. Reestablish. Side. Go to the side, belly button, collarbone, fingertips, emphasize the side that you're going toward. Leaning onto, look up, and reach, eyes on the fingers, arch the back, lengthen the side you're reaching toward, look down, inhaling out. That's the only side bend set we're going to do. We normally do a bunch, but definitely want to eat these pancakes, so I'm going to go down to the ground and finish up. sit back for a second. Open up here. Belly button, collarbone, fingertips, using my hands. You can use a pillow too under your knees, under your ankles, and behind your knees to help if need be. And then go forward.
Forehead to the knees as much as you can, but don't force it.
So you see what I mean with the pillow? You put a pillow behind the kneecap, sit down on that, and you can also put another pillow under the ankles and sit back on that if that's helpful for you. And that's definitely how I built up when I was first starting this stuff. Forward, forehead to the knee as much as you can. Coming up, and we're gonna do our cobra. Coming down to the side. Toes pointing down, hands flat, fingers reaching down. Inhale deep. Exhale, melts into the ground. Any negativity melts off. Exhale, say heal, heal, heal. Say anywhere you need to heal in the body. Just checking in on my spine to feel where things may need some adjustment. And then I turn the eyes being pulled up, collarbone pulled up. Neck is very soft, so I'm not flexing my neck hard. Lifting from the eyes and the collarbone. And then when need be, hands come forward, not to push into the ground, gently to support. Going up, belly button pushing into the ground. And the muscles contracting, going down as if they're tractors on a tank, going down the back into the area just above the belly button, lower back. And then put the hands back, exhaling down, come down one vertebrae at a time. Turn the head. Relax. Exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale. Come up. Inhaling up, eyes pull. Strings pull the eyes, breath pulls the strings, strings pull the collarbone, breath pulls the strings, and so inhale going up. Hands come forward to support. And then release, exhaling, going down. It's one vertebrae at a time. Turn the head. Inhale deep. Exhale. One more time each side. Remember, any negativity, inhale deep. See it as a yellow color. And exhale, wash that yellow into the ground. The ground, take it. Inhale. Breath pulls the eyes and the collarbone. You always want to visualize the negativity in your body as a color and push it out and get it away from you. Ask the earth to take it. And then visualize the good stuff you want to put in the body as a color. Inhale and bring it in. Hands forward.
You see me adjusting my neck a little bit because I can feel some vertebrae out of alignment. So I'm making slight adjustments in my musculature to bring everything back into alignment. You can hear it snapping into place. And then exhaling, coming down one vertebrae at a time. Turning. Relaxing gently. Inhale into the belly. See any negativity as yellow. Inhale deep, see the body full of that yellow. When you exhale, see the yellow wash out of the body down into the ground. And see it go as deep into the earth as possible and ask the earth to take it. Feel it take it. Feel the muscles relax. Melt into the ground as you relax. Everything washing into it. You can just do this over and over if you like. Inhale white light, healing white light. Exhale the yellow. Of course, if you inhale white, exhale the yellow, it takes time. Anytime you do these types of, if you're not used to doing visualization is just like weightlifting. So if you don't do it a lot, it can be tough to hold the two concepts I just said together, meaning inhale the white, exhale the yellow. So in other words, if you're new to it, I recommend focusing on inhaling the yellow, seeing it gather, or seeing it already in your body, and exhale, washing it out. So the inhalation will be for identifying the yellow, and the exhalation is for washing it out. And then transition to the next stage where you're inhaling only the white, and exhaling, solidifying it and spreading it through the body. Inhale the white, exhale, spread it through the body. Inhale the white, exhale, spread it through the body. So you inhale, gather it, you exhale it, melt into the pores, permeate and penetrate deeper and deeper, deeper, deeper. Get very deep with the visualization. And just do that for a while before you start combining, like inhale the white, exhale the yellow. Unless you're more proficient with visualization. And all that means is that you've been doing it longer and therefore you have more dense strength. All this stuff is just like weightlifting. If you don't do it, you're gonna lose strength, and if you do it, you have to keep on increasing the weight and and having more reps to get the deeper striations. Again, I'm talking about visualization because it's like a muscle. Yeah. Releasing down. So I'm going to inhale the yellow. Exhale into the ground. Or should I say, I'm going to inhale to identify the yellow, track it, the negativity in my body. Exhale. Anything might be bothering my body, mind, spirit. Identify it in the body. I exhale and melt it out. That's that yellow color being taken, received by the ground, by the earth. They can take anything. And then I'm inhaling white light. The healing white light spreads to the whole body. You can even say heal to yourself. Heal, 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 heal. As you exhale. Heal, heal. Okay, one more yoga exercise before we do a very short meditation. Single leg pull. Flat. Suck in the belly button. Push the sit bones into the ground. What does that mean? That means that if your back is arched like this or rounded, see how it's rounded here, going inwards? I want to push the sit bones into the ground. So I'm turning, lifting my chest, making sure that the pelvis, where pelvis meets the femur, where the hip, thigh and hip are meeting here, and I'm pushing. So there's a little bit of an arch in the back pushing into the ground rather than a rounded lower back.
So make sure that you establish that. Push to the ground, belly button sucks in, collarbone lifts up. Interlace the fingers, remember the index fingers touching, interlace the rest. Sucking the belly button, lift the collarbone, sit bones into the ground. Imaginary string holds you up from the top of your head as if the body's dangling, touching the floor. Belly button, collarbone, coming forward, going up. Belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Lower back, lifting out of the ground, of the hip line. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Middle back, lifting out of lower back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Upper back, lifting out of the middle back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Shoulders lifting out of the upper back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Exhale, forward.
And the hands, you're not going to pull anything, just going to lay the hands flat on the shin, ankle, even the foot, but you don't want to pull it. And just lay the hands flat, suck in the belly button, lift the collarbone again, and exhale. Let yourself wash over the leg. You can keep on reestablishing, suck the belly button, lift the collarbone, exhale. Just keep the depth going. Belly button, collarbone. Release, sucking the belly button one vertebra at a time. Coming up.
Very nice. It's very, very nice stretch. Obviously, the point is to bring the forehead to the knee. Different times in my life, I could do that more easily, but right now, I'm not stretching as much, not kicking as much, so flexibility is not as high as it was, but I don't think I ever was super flexible in like the traditional sense, or even non-traditional yogic sense. So my flexibility is very much centered around what I do with push hands. And there are people way more flexible than me in sports push hands, like tons of Cui Xiao Chen, 16-time world champion, amazing guy, great guy. Shout out to him. I have 3 world titles. My dad has 4, but Cui Xiao Chen is really unparalleled with how many titles he has. It's at least 16. And a great, great guy. Great athlete. Belly button, collarbone, and fingertips. Remember, this is the sport of Tai Chi push hands. That's what I coach the U.S. team for. Middle back, hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Or should I say, lower back lifts out of the hip line. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Middle back, out of the lower back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Upper back, out of the middle back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Shoulders out of the upper back. Hold, belly button, collarbone, fingertips. Exhale. Down.
Sucking the belly button. No grabbing or holding, just hands as far as they can go. Belly button, collarbone lift up. Exhale, float, fall over. Try to keep the toe up. Belly button, collarbone up. Belly button, collarbone up. Suck the vertebrae in one at a time, rebuilding the spine,
The structure. Going up. I'm just going to rotate my leg like this for a second. I like to bring this into my ab workouts, this particular exercise. We'll do 20. So each side is 1. Fifteen. Ideally, I could touch the ground There we go. 16, 16, 17. Beautiful. I'll let the thing happen. Inhale up. One hand pushes down. Left hand over. Switch. This is like a yoga, qigong hybrid exercise. I'm going to close the eyes, inhale, white light. So we're going to do a little meditation before we finish up. Inhale, white light into the belly. Actually, we're going to do, we're going to hold the breath first. So we're going to hold for, inhale for 10 seconds, hold for 7, exhale for 10. Now. Hold. Exhale. Inhale for 20, hold for 16, exhale for 20. Now. Hold. Inhale for 30 seconds, hold for 22, exhale for 30 seconds. Starting now. Hold. Swallow your saliva. Inhale, white light, 5 seconds. Hold for 3, exhale for 5. Let the teeth chatter, feel the vibration in this brain. 3 times. Chatter, feel the vibration in this brain. 3 times.